and welcome everybody to the stream. 07 everybody. Today we are I hope you guys don't hear a double voice like I am. But today we are continuing our quest to understanding the context of the discoveries that we have been making. I hope everybody in chat is doing all right this evening. Hey, Nazgul Nader 07, welcome. Welcome to the tinfoil den. So actually we are on our way to a specific point. But whilst we are going there, we might as well map some areas. Specifically interesting areas. So Nazgul Nader, how do I say it? I'm sorry for butchering your name, if I did. Oh, thank you, Stevie Guru, for following. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're also RAXXLA Hunter Stevie Guru and Nazgul Nader, I guess. Find this moon interesting just because it's tidally locked. And that body was a high metal content body that was terraformable, so why not? Cool. Guys, cool. You guys know each other. So what has brought you guys to an interest in RAXXLA, and what are your guys' theories on it? And sorry for the background noise, guys. It almost is never quiet in my neighborhood. Yes, that's cool, Stevie Guru. You are just like me. Whatever tinfoil I can find, you can expect me that I'll watch it on repeat. I love it, that stuff. So I guess on that front, I'm one of you guys. Brevity is good. Matthias' stuff is legendary, Stevie. I actually need to... I have been liking his stuff, but I actually need to go back and comment on it. But I love his stuff. I may not always agree with him, but I love what's kind of genius, right? What he does. So yeah, I can really appreciate it. Exactly. And somehow tinfoil attracts me. I'm one of those. So I will be a loyal watcher of his always. It's a shame that Guru hasn't been making a lot of content lately, because I would be watching it all the time. Whenever I have a spare minute, I would put it on replay. Just in case he says something and I wouldn't pick up on the first or the third time. And to be honest, in my experience, that's always the case. Whenever I rewatch videos, reread books, or reread the lore, I always find new connections, right? It's awesome how deep this stuff goes, and how certain content creators can have the ability to do that. It's an inspiration to me. It would be, yeah, it's kind of a goal to me, I guess, Stevie, to become as good as Matthias is in his content. But my primary goal is RAXXLA. It's all about RAXXLA. And videos are secondary to me. And maybe I need to change that, I guess. Not sure how to balance it. Because I have a lot of stuff that I need to share in bite sizes, right? But I never come to it to make the videos, because I find a new lead and I have to follow up on it, right? So a lot of stuff I didn't get to publicly release yet. Cannot talk and focus on the game at the same time. So this is an opportunity for me, now that my camera is not working, to get a bit of a more roleplay thing going, but I have no idea how to do that. So I guess for tonight, or maybe we'll reach our destiny before the night is over, we are chill stream. But I would really like you guys to share your tin foil in the chat, please. Anything. Anything that might even resemble some tin foil, please share it. Everybody in chat, we now have about 6 people. I bet everybody will love it. I like this kind of music, guys. Is everybody agreeing with that? It suits me, I guess. A little bit of 80s synth poppy vibe. Really? Is your YouTube Stevie Guru? And I think I'm not following you, Stevie. Would you be so nice to howdy, Commander Sirogue 07. What an honor to welcome you to our chat. I'm honored. Would you be so kind, Stevie, to share your YouTube channel with us on in the chat, so that everybody could give a follow? Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Commander Sirogue. You're one of the old school legendary, so I'm actually I think you understand why I said I'm honored. You're newish? Really? I can't imagine. Since when have you been playing Elite Dangerous, Commander Zero? And what other titles of Elite have you played in the past, if I may ask? Eve. Why did you leave Eve? I've dabbled several times of joining the Eve game, but I never did bite the bullet. But I do see a lot of commanders coming from Eve to Elite. What is the thing that drives people away from Eve? Okay, you still have your account. So, you still play Eve then? Ah. So it's not changing fast enough. I got it. So if they would evolve the gameplay a bit, like No Man's Sky or Frontier has been doing, that would bring you back to Eve? Yeah, exactly. That is a way of life, right? Elite Dangerous is a way of life. I mean, I'm so addicted to it, I don't play any other games anymore. For years, I only play this, and I'm still not bored. Actually, the longer I play, the more excited I get about this game. At this point, I'm a big fanboy of Elite Dangerous. There's almost nothing they can do wrong. like the sampling tool, I agree they had to tweak it, but to remove it, I'm not so sure about that decision. Well, riding bikes, that's a whole different, that's, you know, it's almost the same, but on a different level. So I wouldn't hold it against you if you would ride your bikes instead of playing Elite, to be honest. But I get you. I am totally obsessed with Elite, you could say. The more I play, the more intriguing it gets. Yeah. Has the weather been extreme for you guys? Or is this the usual case? In a clan? Not really sure what you mean. I am not a rider, if that's what you thought I insinuated. But it has just been good after a long time of it. Okay, okay. Yeah, rain is usually the killer, or any type of cold weather. Squadron. Yeah, I have my own squadron. It's really small, but we're trying to become an in-game minor faction. It's called the Alien Peace and Trade Alliance. In short, APTA. We were up to 8 members, but now we're down to 5 at this moment. But once we become a player minor faction, we would like to do BGS, trying to achieve alien peace, trade and science trade. That's a bit of the philosophy behind it. I've noticed that Elite or the developers make this a changing narrative, right? The players have influence over it. So I like to believe that when that becomes a thing, it will also become a thing in-game. Yeah, I've only watched a few of your streams, mostly when you're online. It's sleeping time for me, right? So actually, where you're from, Sir Rogue? If I'm correct, you're from the UK, right? Is my voice, by the way, a bit too loud? Ah, USA. I didn't pay attention enough to notice your American accent, I guess. It's your name. It's Sir Rogue, right? So that made me imagine you're an Englishman. I'm sorry. I can't help it, but I'm prejudged, I guess. I have the feeling that the music is a bit too loud. Let's turn it down a bit. If it was good, let me know, guys. I'll turn it back up. Oops. I got over eager there. Yeah, I'm also kinda old. Well, not... Well, you know, to most people that watch this content, I'm old, I guess. So, that's why I'm asking. But I guess I'm making this content for a bit more older people, so your opinions matter, even your deaf opinions, right? I just assume that most young people would be more interested in how to become elite. I'm 39, becoming 40 this year. So you got me there. You got me there. And don't say it. Don't say it that I'm still wet behind the ears. Yeah, you know, it's so cool. Elite has stuff in it that can keep us, I don't know, older people also invested in it. Like, you can see all these snake faces in Super Cruise, right? When we're jumping in witch space. And ghost faces. There is some meaning behind it. Oh yeah, me too. So what I'm doing actually right now, we are hunting lore, but we are we are underway. To understand the context, because I consider myself knowledgeable about the lore, but most of my knowledge comes third-hand, mostly from watching YouTube videos, and I've noticed, well, it's normal, right? Everybody has a different perspective, so I was always too lazy to scan any beacon, even if though I was right next up to it. Because I've been playing the game for years in a different way. First I was a trader, then I become an explorer, and now I play the same game that I've been playing for years in a whole different manner, and there's also stuff there to discover. A lot, actually. So I love it. It's like art. Every masterpiece, if it's a painting, a movie, piece of music, it always has different layers to it. Always. It always appeals to people with different perspectives. And this is the same. Even for the, yeah, for the scientists, for the tinfoil people, for the completionists, it's all there. So for instance, what I'm talking about, you probably already noticed by now, but all ships, they represent a part of a so-called totem that you can find everywhere, almost everywhere in game, right? Yes, we need context. So this means something, because this exact picture can also be found on the nose of a Federal Corvette, and also it's part of the totem that's everywhere. It can be seen in light reflection. You can see it lightly. I'm not sure if the resolution is high enough, but you can see a pattern here, and it's actually an elaborate pattern that's better viewable if I had another skin, a dark skin or the original skin. Here it's a bit clearer, but there is a pattern, and this is on every ship, and stations, installations, they all represent part of this pattern that you can view when reflecting light on it. And there's also another part of it that shows in the shadows, right? It's kind of difficult to see here, but you can see there are faces, and they represent something and some sort of device, some sort of beam device. But not only that, our ships also represent one part of that. This is the praying mantis face, or the face of the Thargoids, as I like to believe. And half of it also represents one part of the totem, like you can see here. And that's an elaborate thing to put in game, right? So that's what I'm hunting right now. And I have been finding interesting things, very curious things, like oh, thank you very much. I've got a sub. That's my very first sub, guys. That's awesome. Holy moly. Now I know how that looks like. That's awesome. Thank you very much. So there are some peculiarities that I've found, like hunting the lore. For instance, most of it is sort of also happened in our myths, in our religions, right? Oh, thank you, Sir Rogue. for gifting that sub to Stevie Guru. That's freaking awesome. I have my first sub. I'm a real streamer now. Yeah. So now I'm a real streamer. I can call myself a streamer. And like, so what we're doing right now, I've just visited the Conflux site in the Formidine Rift mystery, and what I noticed is that all the planets that the or all the bodies that the camps have been set up on are also usually the places that Guardians would have been interested in. What did I said? What did I say? Sorry, I don't remember now. But you're welcome. I guess that was a good moment. What did I say, Commander Sirogue? So for somehow the contingency plan made us seek out bodies that were actually interesting to the Guardians. That's where they would have set up their structures. Give this man a follow, he's good, I don't remember. Okay. I have no idea what I said then. But that sounds funny. Oops. That's usually what I do. I go too fast through them. Come on, Neutron Star. Don't be shy. Shine your light on us. Give us your magic power. Make us seek the stars where no other human has gone before. That's very difficult to say, Stevie Guru. I have a few theories right now. In the original Dark Wheel novella, it is mentioned by Rafe at the end of the novella that RAXXLA is an alien device on a moon, which would indicate it as being Thargoid and maybe even more so Guardian. There are several reasons why you could say that RAXXLA has to be close, but they're also circumstantial, so it's difficult. The most recent theory that I have, actually, thank you, Commander Sirogue. No, it didn't. Some details got changed. People assume that everything else got retconned, but if that is true, why is Alex Ryder in the game, the main protagonist of that Dark Wheel novella? He has lore in the game, and he actually has a base in Maya, which is very interesting to visit. Can you supply me with a link with proof of that? other than somebody else said that, because even recently, it was asked by Canon if all of these things have relevance, and the answer was all should be considered canon until proven otherwise or stated otherwise. So that means even maybe that Ulite, the unofficial game, also has parts of it in this game, and it actually has. And you might have seen the Angel on the Wall video that I did, or streams that I did. That is a direct reference to an Archangel Elite title, Stevie, and that is an Elite Plus thing. So I'm really interested if you have any proof of that, other than that somebody stated it, because that's actually really important. You saw that, Fit? That they don't... And who said that? Well, that's weird. That doesn't make sense, right? How come Jameson is in the game? Jameson is the character that you played in Elite 1, in the original Elite, the 1984 edition. He has Inaro logs and everything. If that wasn't canon, why is he in game? I don't think that Drew stated it. He said it appears. And that doesn't mean that it's so. I actually never... I follow Drew quite extensively. Yeah, it would be a giveaway. I think also that RAXXLA and these bigger puzzles are also a nod to the old school Elite players, right? People that have been playing Elite since the first version. They would have a certain knowledge, and for us to seek to understand. I think these bigger mysteries are a nod to this community. Exactly. And I agree with you, Stevie Guru. That's why I read up all about them and I understand what's being implied, but I also don't make it my leading theories. But for instance, a few things that caught my attention in the Dark Wheel novella, the original novella that came with Elite, the 1984 first edition. First of all, the first time that Rafe and Alex Ryder had a conversation in that book, when Rafe ended that conversation, he spit it towards Alex, and somehow it was possible for his spit, which was unconventional for hollow facts that were used, right? His spit was able to hit the wall, so something else was going on there than convention. That's one. Two, Rafe is mentioned as a humanoid and not as a human in that novella. And his description kind of resembles a guardian in this game. Kind of. And the other thing that caught my attention is that the mention of Oresians in that novella. So in 1984, Oresians were a canon thing. And people seem to assume that that's Drew Wager lore, but it was mentioned by Robert Hallstock in his novella. Oh, tell me about it. I don't think I know about that, Stevie. There is a sort of an uncanon book from Robert Hallstock on his Dark Wheel novella. Tell me about it. Oh, and it never got published? Do we have any proof, anything that can... do we have any words of this text, Stevie? It could be true, and probably it's correct, but if we don't have any words or any proof of it, it's rumor. That makes it difficult, and yeah. And all it would state is that he used that to make canon of this game, or as inspiration. So the content of that book would be really interesting if it's available. Do you know if it's available?
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I've heard that story multiple times, to be honest. But it's difficult. Exactly. And for so far I can piece together Stevie Guru. It's freaking genius. Do you know what I mean? Things hiding in reflection of light in the shadows, in audio signals. So the audio signals that I've been mapping, I think you're new to my channel, or last month, what they actually represent are those symbols, the totem that we see everywhere, also on the walls in our hangars and stuff, on our ships. It's the same thing over and over again everywhere. So that's what got me looking for context, because that's the thing that I'm missing, I'm sure. And all of it should be in game, I'm sure. What I also recently started doing, because I have enjoyed all the generation ships on YouTube and sometimes visited them, but never actually did a proper science look at it, right? So that's what I have been doing this past few days off stream. And the thing that was really noticeable, that there are no totems depicted on those things. So there is a timeline being explained to us. Yeah, exactly. It most likely was because of the trouble Braben and Ian Bell were having together, I imagine, but we never know, right? So that's peculiar. We can find the totem everywhere in game, but it's not on those generation ships. And what is also interesting is somehow those generation ships, almost all of them, let's say all of them, right? Just a few exceptions. They were always orbiting icy bodies. What's so interesting about that? So there is a story being told here. and they have been using that theme over and over for us to pick up on, is my opinion. To come back to the RAXXLA story that it's in the bubble, I do have a theory, and that's my latest theory, that yes, it's in the bubble, and I think it's the bubble itself. It's a machine that's compiled by stations, grounds, surface sites, installations, ships, and certain pieces of commodities. And the coolest, intriguing part of it, and I hope it's not true and I'm just tinfoiling too hard, it seems that certain installations that we need to complete that puzzle are moving around. So we need to do certain things on the correct time, otherwise we would lose our correct time frame. That's what it seems to me at this point. But to be able to prove that, I need the proper context. And maybe when I get the bigger picture, as usual, I would totally drop that theory and follow up on a whole new one. That's what happened so far. I usually drop most parts of my theory, keep a small part, because there is something mostly true about that, and drop the tinfoil stuff. But it helps me to discover new things, right? That is interesting. I didn't pay attention. Hi Marv, I'm sorry that I didn't welcome you earlier in the stream. Yeah, so following up on the earlier Drew arc, I think Drew also stated that Elite Plus is considered the final definite version of Elite, right? I got introduced to the Elite universe with Elite 2, playing it on the Amiga, and I played it totally different. I never realized there was a story in there, so all I did was trade in that game until I could afford a Panther Clipper. I was 14 when I discovered the game. I think it was already a few years old, and I set out to the black, found an alien species that sold gems at a loss and would buy bio waste, I think, or scrap, something like that, at huge profits. So that's the loop what I did for my whole summer vacation. Ah, okay, gotcha, man, Marv, gotcha. Well, that's why it's there, right? Some people prefer YouTube, some people prefer Twitch. I hope the mutual chat is working, and that's not what forced you down to Twitch. Let me check YouTube, actually. Are people reacting there? And I'm not no, it seems okay. Seems to be working. Because that's annoying if people are asking questions or making comments and I don't react to it, right? Yeah. So I'm expecting also when I'm 60 that I will be still playing this game, or maybe a new iteration of it, right? Hey Rep07, welcome to the stream. What an honor to greet you to the chat. Yeah, so we're the Old Man Gamer Club, huh? The forum that Old Man Gamer Club. I do enjoy some PvP. It gives me an enormous rush, but it usually is a big hit on my ego, because I practically never win, right? I have to run. Old Man Gamer Club. Yeah, oh thank you, Marv. For old people, I'm cool, and for Zoomers, for young hipsters, I guess I'm boring. I can imagine that actually, you know, slow kind of music. And all this weird esoteric stuff, symbolics and Templars and angels and demons. That's weird. I can't imagine young people, most young people being interested in that stuff, or even understanding references to it. Most, right? I can't get home with the Downies? What does it exactly mean? I'm not English or American, so some references or cultural things I don't really get. I'm sorry for that. When you say young, yeah, so I don't know, there are people that are actually, I don't know, 16, 15, younger, that play this game. They have a whole different perspective to this game, right? And they play it differently. That's what I meant, I guess. Yeah. It's a whole different game, and that's also what makes this game so genius. It's multi-layered, right? Didn't the Dark Wheel mention that RAXXLA was close within explored space, with that time wasn't far, or is that reaching? The Dark Wheel never mentioned that. That is actually True Wager's theory, or maybe even hint, although he repeatedly has stated that he doesn't know anything about RAXXLA, but that could be an NDA lie, right? But according to his theory, it must be near the bubble or inside the bubble somewhere, and the bubble is a big place, because of restrictions of travel through hyperspace, right? But we also have proof in the generation ships that that restriction is not as restricted as he is implying. So it might be a hint. It might be him giving us a hint, but that's kind of tinfoil, I guess. But I keep it in the back of my mind just in case it was a hint, right? But it doesn't have to mean that. I would say the furthest generation ship we can find that would be the virtual border of the search arc for it. And that is bigger than the bubble.
Scan complete.
Probably. Or I might be mistaken in my knowledge, right? So if you can produce a link, or you have some you know exactly where that it was a dev stating that would make me change my mind.
Frameshift drive charging.
As far as I know, and I am able to share with you guys, right? It is Drew's hint or theory, and I like to believe it's a hint, but that's just assumptions. Excuse me. Exactly. There is a lot in the codex. So if you read between the lines, all of it is stated as actual fact that RAXXLA is a state of enlightenment, cosmic enlightenment, directly referring to the hints that you can see in the reflection of light, right? Also meaning that you understand what is happening around you, and that's not a thing that I've achieved yet, what I'm trying right now. That it's a deadly secret. For example, Cora comes home, right? That statement led me to making a discovery on Pluto. The toast of the Dark Wheel made me find Commander Sir Rogue has... Oh, thank you very much, Sir Rogue, for gifting a sub. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Yes, I did. They are very much there. Actually, Stevie, in the phase 1, they were really in your face. So I assumed FDev wants us to hurry up and figure this out, or they made a mistake, because in phase 2 and exceedingly in phase 3 it became less apparent, and in phase 3 right now it's even almost unrecognizable. It's very good viewable on the walls and on our ships, but in space and on the planets it's almost unrecognizable by now. 5 subs? Holy moly! I didn't even realize, Commander Sir Rogue. That is awesome. And welcome to the real to the what I am doing. What am I? I'm a bit flabbergasted. So what are you guys implying? I have 5 subs, not 2? That's really cool. The close to the bubble was a repeated assumption based on FTL tests on Galcop, and FDF can make up their own mind. That's exactly what I take from it, Marv. It actually could imply that RAXXLA is even at the outskirts, and somehow somebody made a way to find it, right? I need a way to 6 subs. That's awesome, guys. Thank you for the subs. I need a way to find out how to see that. I promise you, next stream I will be more enlightened in using Twitch. Let's state it like that. So, in the text, there's also stated that the legend of RAXXLA has been circulating in whispers for centuries. For me, it means not what it apparently implies, that people have known about RAXXLA for ages. But there is actually a legend, so the map, the blueprint, or the key to using the map, right? The legend of RAXXLA has been circulating in whispers, and whispers is a metaphor for something here. So there is this entity that we have in this universe that has been doing its best to try to give us information without it being too apparent, without it being found out. So where I'm at right now is that the ancients, the precursor of the race that we know and we call the Guardians, which is the robotic Guardians or the AI Guardians, they didn't actually totally die out, as is reported in Guardian lore. Hey Almadon, 07, welcome. Yeah, so I have it in a small screen. I need to make it bigger so I can also see it. Thank you, Stevie Guru. Almadon, welcome to the stream. It does. I actually started focusing on Thargoids, and now I am moving away from that. And holy moly, Cosminex is raiding with 11 viewers. Sorry. Welcome in, raiders. Welcome to the tinfoil RAXXLA stream den. Exactly, welcome to the RAXXLA party. Wow, that's very, very cool. Thank you very much for the raid, Cosmina. What were you guys streaming today? RAXXLA! 07 Stygian. Thank you for the follow, Styx. Tinfoil. Thank you, Rossroy, for following. Thank you very much. Oh, what have you been trying? And failing is usually the most fun, right? Or I guess best content for the viewers. I've noticed they love it when I fail. Thank you, Sir Rogue. Thank you. I hope to see you again in the stream. I hope to be able to reach you again. Thank you, Riley Thomas, for the follow. Thank you very much. So RAXXLA, yes, that's what I love to talk about. Oh, thank you for giving that sub, Commander Simroad. You're awesome. I don't know what to say. Thank you for the follow, Cosmina. Thank you for the raid and the follow. That's awesome. Kasu, welcome back, man. We've missed you in the stream. It's very difficult, Riley Thomas. The more I look into it, the more questions I get back. So far, I think it's an alien device on a moon. But actually, my research is leading me to that it's a network of devices, recent, or devices that look recent, right? Like stations, installations, and ground outposts that we need to use this device. So that's what I think. It's not, looks like it's not as simple as just finding a planet and some sort of special device. That's what it looks like to me at this point. I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm right, that would imply a super mega huge, multiple months, huge community effort to be able to even understand what we need to do, and who knows how big the project would be to actually achieve what we need to do. So let's hope I'm wrong. That's what the evidence in the perspective that I have right now points towards. But I hope it's just an alien device on a moon somewhere. That would be way easier. No, because I think it's hidden in plain sight. This is the theme that I've been finding. And it always is the thing that we discard. So let me try to explain the theory, maybe it will make more sense. So the Guardian AI never somehow magically disappeared. It went somewhere, or we don't know, right? In my opinion, the Guardian AI is the thing that is controlling us, the Pilots Federation. That explains why our architecture, our modern architecture, is so very much alike like Guardian sites. Because our modern system layout actually depicts Guardian site layouts and stuff like that. And even the way we build stations are remarkably similar to their way of building. It's also mentioned in Guardian lore that the ancients, right, the precursors of the Guardian AI, they were forced to go into hiding and forced to use a new way of communication that couldn't be detected by the Guardian AI. Exactly. That's why we are being pushed by everybody, every power and every faction to do things globally that are in Guardian AI ideals, right? So the ancients had to develop a new ways of communication for the AI not to be able to detect, but still being able to communicate to each other. And I think that is the pictures, the totems that we are seeing everywhere and on our ships, and our ships all built that way, and the weird audio signals that also make the faces or the parts of the totem, right? That would explain it. So it's them communicating to each other, or actually I think it's a message to us how to, I don't know, how to achieve certain things, right? Like I've told before, the Archangel Elite accolade. Thank you, Riley Thomas. I actually asked Drew Wager, not in his last stream, but in his stream before that, so you can watch it in his stream. Please, if nobody is following or watching him, check Drew Wager. I asked him on stream about Archangel Elite, and he explained on stream that it was a special accolade you would get in the original Elite Plus title when you bombed the Thargoid base and would get rid of the Thargoid threat. Then you would get that title, Archangel Elite. So it was a thing, and that is actually the main reason why I think the RAXXLA story plot, or this big mystery, is a big nod to the old school gamers or people with lore knowledge, because if you have that knowledge, you can see the inconsistencies. Like in the codex and in the lore beacons, there is this theme of system names being misspelled. Now, in my opinion, that's not Lori's story writing. That's for us to discover that there is this active group or person trying to make things obscured. I guess it's kind of tinfoil, but the evidence is right there, right? That makes it logical. In my opinion, that's the path of least resistance to make sense of this all. And there is more that we need to know.
Disengaged.
Do you think the mass relic plays a part in the RAXXLA story? What's a mass relic? If you mean the ancient relic, I do. I think it's an important part. The Guardian AI stories rhymes with the human Thunderchild AI arc. Exactly, Marv. Exactly. And that also, you know, this weird themes of angel, demons, and gods. This theme is actually lore in game. The Empire compares itself, when you read the Codex itself, to angels. All powers compare themselves to gods. They're like our modern day avatars, right? The Mars. Yes, Amadan. I actually believe the Mars relic is an essential part. What I've learned so far, but my lore knowledge is not complete so far, I wish. But so far, it seems that everywhere where the Mars relic goes, it has changed in lore 2 times from hands, and everywhere it goes, a new human bubble superpower arises. So it used to be the Federation. In the second game, the Martian relic went in Imperial hands. In the third game, the Martian relic went to Alliance hands. And I think in this game, one of the new powers that are not superpowers yet, power play powers yet, right? I assume that they have this Martian relic in possession right now. And how does it change these hands? Players do it in the previous games. There were these missions at the end of the games to bring alien artifacts and stuff like that, right? And steal it and bring it into Empire or Alliance possession. I think this is the artifact that has been moving from hands. I think this artifact is somehow a database or the construct, right? And whenever somebody uses it, it gives enormous knowledge and power, but also corruption, because the construct has its own agenda. Now, I'm not sure if the construct, the agenda of the construct is bad, because we could also say that the Guardian AI is a good thing, because they prevented the Guardians of ruining everything around them, right? Because of their eternal war. And so maybe the Guardian AI is the good thing and guarding us from ourselves. I'm sorry, let me get back to chat. I have this problem. When I start, I don't stop. Then the NMLA were gonna fight, and suddenly Thargoids again. So I believe the NMLA are the good guys. When somebody opposes all superpowers, remember Salome, that's a good thing. So from anti-terrorist, I became pro-terrorist actually. Stevie Guru, have you ever murdered a defenseless, non-aggressive or peaceful Thargoid, and in doing so lost your permit to Thargoid homeland? I have killed, murdered defenseless. No, I have murdered Thargoids. Innocent, I think so. Defenseless, they were not. But I have stopped murdering them after a small, I think a month-long campaign of learning how to kill interceptors, and then finally being able to solo a Cyclops to group kill a Hydra, not solo it. Never tried it even. I never even... Yeah, I did try to solo a Basilisk, but never succeeded. And before I was able to gain that ability, I decided that I'm not sure if Thargoids are the bad guys. Actually, they might not be bad after all. What if they're trying to help us? Yes, I have fed them. I have actually also gave them the escape pod of John Scarlet. I think it's one of my first streams I did. I saved John Scarlet, who was stuck in an escape pod in an installation, and I brought them to the Thargoids. I first summoned a second Thargoid and then gave the pod to them, but nothing seemed to have changed. But I have tried. I don't make it my daily business to feed Thargoids, because I need more context and proof for me to actually know that's a good thing to do. But I have been doing that because I like to believe actually Thargoids somehow are actually trying to help us. But I don't have any evidence for that. So far, the Thargoids are just doing their thing. And if we don't meddle with them, they won't be a problem. The problem is they have technology that's very interesting to us. So we will science on them, and we all know what science means. It means cut up, shoot, dissect, and I can imagine they don't like that. Yeah, so when they die, they make this sound that doesn't make me think that they are vengeful animals. More of a desperate sound, actually. So that's what turned me off. Maybe we just need to leave them be, let them do their thing, and we can. So for me, the big lesson is that always, every empire has reached to an end. Always, also in this game, like Galcop was absent in a while, and the Pilots Federation succeeded it. But there is also, so there's always an end of an empire, but always a beginning. but the empire always ends because of the greed and the need to more and more. And our current society is exactly the same. So if we don't change our society, we will eventually also demise. That's the logical conclusion history learns us, right? Exactly, Riley Thomas. That's exactly what's up. So we are made to believe that Thargoids are the bad thing, but maybe they are the thing, and I will be using this word on purpose. Maybe they are our salvation. I use that word on purpose because there is a strong religious theme in this game. Even though it makes everything you build off of it fringe immediately, but you can't deny it. Religion, knowledge of religion at least, is a key element of getting or understanding the context. Just Riley works, no need for Ryder. Okay, perfect, Riley. That's so cool, guys. We got 18 people in chat. Oh, I see. I have a whisper. Let me reply. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Need to be need to be sociable, right? If people send you messages, need to reply. I have become unsociable in the past few years, so I need to train myself. I'll worship the Thar god and save your souls. Oh my god, I love it. I missed it, Riley. I will watch it again, the FDev stream, and I will certainly look out for your Thar god stuff. My carrier is named the Thar god is coming, just because the Thar god arc is so awesome. It's so inspiring for people like us, I guess. It's so far out, it's so different. I immediately was drawn like a magnet to it. Oh yes, I now remember, actually I've seen it. Sideways fuel scooping. Yeah, they don't like that for some reason. They have a thing on that. Oh, that was a microphone error there, guys. Yes. You should look the Thar god. There is a story arc about the Thar god. I'm sorry, this is so important, guys. I have to share this. If anybody has the system handy so that it could be pasted in the chat. Elevator 07, my man. What an honor. See you in my stream. Etain, thank you. I can play some logs for you, but I don't want to spoil that, because just go to Etain, Stevie, and look for the stuff there. And be amazed, and be prepared for have your mind blown. It has made me believe that Thargoid vessels are at least partially human for their sentience, I think. Yeah. But it's totally up for us. How are you doing, Elevator? Are you streaming on later today? Yeah, it's near the bubble. It's not really in the bubble, but it's in the outskirts. So there are a few possibilities that you can make from it, but all of it, in my opinion, is tin foil. You cannot make a normal story of the, or actually you can, and that's probably the most likely answer. But boy, can you make some weird stuff out of that. Exactly. They take escape pods for the human sentience. Like they harvest all other stuff in our galaxy, right? Mollusks have certain properties. Certain anomalies have properties of their ships. So I think they harvest all sorts of life to use them in their biotechnology. And somehow we are also a harvestable commodity. That could be true. I mean, AI is banned throughout human space, but several projects have escaped. Yes, Stinkin, that's true. I think you said something more earlier, maybe that I've missed. I still wonder that the Alliance is doing with all the meta-alloy that they're collecting. There are theories of them making meta-alloy warships, because capital class ships are weak against Thargoids as of now. I actually agree with you, Stygian. That is the best explanation we have. So also the most likely, since Alliance is very interested in Thargoids and also anti-Thargoid stuff, like they put a tender out to Lakon to make their Alliance ships, right? So my guess is exactly in line with your theory. I agree. Yes, those high-res screenshots, they help a lot. Sorry guys that I don't have the ability to play the game and watch the chat at the same time. We were scanning the system. That was what we were doing. I am able, but I have to get more affluent at it, I guess. But yeah, those high-res screenshots are very revealing. If you make them of just random places, bodies, walls, I don't know, whatever. Guaranteed that you will find at least some tinfoil in that screenshot. It's awesome. This whole thing is designed like how space madness is mentioned in the codex. This is not just some normal text. So space madness is designed in the clues that we are finding, right? Like seeing things in the shadows and light reflection. If you tell this to normal commanders without the proper context, they will accuse you. And I didn't have the proper context a few weeks ago, so I have been accused of space madness several times. And that made me realize how genius this actually is, how they designed this puzzle. Yeah, so in Odyssey it's there, right? You can see it. It's also there, and the resolution has gone up. so you can make better pictures. Yes, that's true. So the big conspiracy that's been going on, that we commanders, I believe, I'm not sure if everybody, but somehow we are simulations. And there is an escape, and I think that escape is RAXXLA. The way out of the Matrix is RAXXLA. And we also need an occupied escape pod from that, for that. At least. There are more things that we need, but at least an occupied escape pod is needed. Because when leaving the Matrix, we need a body. And that is what makes it dark. But as usual, and most likely, I could be wrong. But that is in a nutshell what the evidence so far is pointing at. So the generation ships for some reason were interested in icy bodies, or somehow went into safe orbit around icy bodies. The whole Formidine Rift story arc, although we are being told that we are looking for a safe haven to retreat and to put beacons near Earth-like worlds, but the bodies that the bases were built on, those were bodies that the Guardians would be interested in. If you look at, the stars, tidally locked bodies, orbital period and stuff like that. Thank you, Elevator. Actually, that's exactly what happened. Most people... so I went with my stuff to certain groups, and mostly I was ignored, and that frustrated me. But later on, I understand that that is by design. All of it. What makes the story writer and the game developers even more genius, in my opinion. And thank you for that, Elevator. That's why you appear in the Andromeda makes an escape pod. Stevie, tell me more about that. What are you talking about? I would like to know more. Stygian, I find it interesting that during the... Let me try my best not to fly in the star. I find it interesting that during the council thing with the major powers that went when everyone wanted the Alliance to stop their current project and focus on researching Guardian tech, but right after the NMLA attacked and caused a distraction, causing the meeting to be over. So maybe the Alliance is connected. I heard a while ago that you should not trust the Alliance, and I forget from who that were important. Michael Brooks, the original game developer, actually said that on a live stream, and he was made to recant that statement. But I also never forgot that Stygian. I saw that live stream live, and it was a thing, and he had to recant that. I agree. So all the superpowers are actually complicit in this elaborate ruse, this conspiracy. The Alliance began good, as all powers, like the Federation, but it went sour after they got possession of this Holy Grail, this Martian relic, right? The Alliance also, and the Empire, they all started good, but when this power comes in possession, it does things to us, which could be normal, like people do the weirdest stuff when they get a lot of power. You get afraid of losing it and stuff like that, and want more and more. But there is something about this artifact, in my opinion, that gives us knowledge. It helps us, but at the same time also is trying to fulfill its own agenda. And let's hope it's benign, that is trying to help us prevent us from killing ourselves. Let's hope it's that take on it. Would you be willing to join my Discord? I know someone who would love to talk to you, and you could post your theories and would love. Riley, I would love to, but I also have my own Discord. Wouldn't be it a better idea if you guys would join our Discord? And what's the name of your Discord? I think we need a 20-slide PowerPoint presentation myself. Soon till Relic? Yes, TV Guru. They are very much relevant to all of this. Marv, during the beta for Beyond Formidine Settlements, scanned us human with Guardian sights. So excited, but I didn't carry on. It didn't. Okay, so let me share this with you. I noticed one thing. First of all, the settlements were put on bodies that are typically interesting to Guardians. And secondly, the site layout, they all have a certain pattern that is also occurring in the totem and in pieces of Guardian sites and Cargoid sites and in layouts of our systems. So whatever this is, it's something that has been influencing us for some time now, but not always, because the pattern is missing from things new, so things that have been put in the game way back then and now, but they are missing these signs, indicating that something has changed in modern human history. Please do, Riley. Please do. But of course, if you don't want to share your Discord in public, please whisper your Discord to me, and I will join your Discord. But that's a good point, Marv. And so most people will probably accuse you of being tinfoily, but that is very valuable information, in my opinion, to always keep in the back of your mind. It might prove to be useful. But yeah, look what I have been finding thus far is that the settlements are in places, in systems that the Guardians and all the bodies that Guardians would build their sites on. So we are actually going to another region of the Formidine Rift Mystery site, and what I expect to find there is that the settlements again would be built on places that the Guardians would prefer to build their sites on. So somehow the Guardians are implicated in this conspiracy in a deeper level, it seems. Or at least their knowledge, or something they were trying to achieve, we are trying to achieve right now too. So it seems so far, the more discoveries we make, the more questions we are getting. But it is painting a picture. So I am happy with all the... Holy moly, elevator, thank you for the host. Thank you very much. Awesome. Space tea. I like that. There we go. Let's add that one. Oops. Let's not fly into the star. We are not able to multitask. Remember that, Riza. Dauntless and Riley's deck. Let me click on it. I have to join immediately because I have tried doing afterwards, but I'll just forget. So, one moment, guys. Oh, I have to push a button there.
Warning. Temperature critical.
And let's not forget that we're playing a game. Die before reaching our destination. I've added myself. Excuse me, guys. I've added myself to the Discord. All right, you unlocked the emotes. So enjoy your tinfoil emotes. We've got our RAXXLA emotes, and we also have the Archangel Elite emote. If somebody in chat has because I also have the same emotes for my bits because I lack inspiration for that. So if you guys have ideas what I could use for emoticons for the bits or the stream, please share. You have a weekly article. That's cool. Where do you post your article or publish? I don't see link in your about your about to Discord. I don't.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I see. Let me share it here. I actually had some recent problems with with a member in my Discord. Trying to discredit my findings and telling people it was his find, so that made me stop a lot of active work in the Discord, but that's going to be continued. Let me see how I can. There it is. If I'm correct, I can share the Discord in here. And I will put it also in my Twitch description. I never did that. That's a good tip. Thank you for that. I should put it in my Twitch description. Please join the Discord there. Everybody who's interested in RAXXLA research, in particular the stuff that we have been finding on stream, please join the Discord, because we need all perspectives and all knowledge for us to be able to solve this. I'm convinced of this. So everybody who's interested, please join the Discord. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. No, it's okay, Stevie. I think it should be showing in the stream any moment now, the link to the Discord. I just felt it necessary to explain why I didn't actively do that for a time, and I forgot to do that right now. I have a bot that is supposed to post quotes and links, but I think I missed a switch somewhere. Oh my god. I see I've missed some chat. Sorry for that, guys. Nice. So, Riley, can you tell us more about your weekly article? My curiosity is a bit piqued. And welcome to the Alien Peace and Trade Alliance, Amadon. The big thing of our club is that we are we want to achieve peace, or at least cordial relationships with all aliens in game. But my search had led me to RAXXLA, and so now we are focusing on RAXXLA.
Fuel scooping.
I think I've been streaming for an hour and a half. I think I need a small bathroom break.
Disengaged.
If you guys wouldn't mind. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back. And I think the music stopped, so let me put some music on. I don't know why it stopped, but there it is again. Have a be right back screen. I'll be right back, guys. Give me a few moments. Everybody, thank you for waiting. We're back. Let me see if let me catch up with chat. There is a baddie. It's the AI. It will take another 10 years to get there too. That could be Stevie. I hope the AI is the goodie that would make things a bit easier. But it seems that the baddie is the AI. Yeah, I would agree. Riley. It focuses on whatever is going on in Elite. Usually me griping about Rochester and Hudson being best friends and how Rochester is really pulling on strings in the Federation because Hudson is sure as heck isn't smart enough. Thank you for the follow, Dauntless Damsel. Welcome to the Tinfoil Den. That's awesome. Oh, we're having a really great stream, guys, today. So, have you ever looked at the old Rockford company, Riley? Did you ever look into that? Its origins, what they are, what they do? Because I think you're right. The Rochesters are the old Rockfords, and they control actually every part of the Federation economy. So that would mean that whoever is put in charge of the Federation is sponsored by them. So maybe that's a bit too much tinfoil, huh? Cat jam. Elevator. How long you need to wait? Am I not back anymore? Can you guys hear me? Oh. I thought I was live. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's an old chat. I got confused there. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it was a big we. You're right, Stevie. I made it, yes, I'm sorry. Okay, Dauntless Damsel, so welcome there. So let's try to find this RAXXLA together, because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do it alone, and I'm pretty convinced that we need to do it together. Yes, the Rockford Company. Let me, I probably butchered that name, but that's the connection that I made, right? The Rockford Corporation. I could be wrong. Rockford has always been eager to work with governing powers, both federal and independent, and has occasionally learned about this privately. So they even exposed a president for its corruption that they probably incited, right? And gained more goodwill. So yeah, that sounds like Rochester, no? Well, thank you for joining us and for your follow. That's a great honor, Dauntless Damsel. I hope to see you again on stream, and thank you for watching the VOD afterwards. 07, fellow RAXXLA Seeker. Incoming RAXXLA breakthrough. Incoming. Well, so far to me, everything is connected, right? So these companies, they actually represent the gods of old, in our midst. These are our modern avatars. They are all powerful and stuff like that, right? So if you take that perception on it, you can see that it's this theme that has been going on for ages. So maybe that's the thing that we need to break, that circle. But there I go again, that's probably a bit too tinfoil. That's based on nothing but speculation of my part. You know, I have talked so long now. Share some of your theories with me, guys. Maybe your perspectives can also help me forge a better theory or explanation of this all, of what is happening around us. Can we get a David Hancock style festival? Maybe I should, Stevie, and that is kind of our old people style, right? That's what we get. That's a good idea. Maybe I need to do that. But so this couple of weeks, my theory has been evolving rapidly. I'm not sure if it's the best time to make that sort of presentation. I think when I hit a wall or something, or maybe when I'm a bit, my theory is a bit more evolved. But that's a good idea. A presentation style explanation. I agree, it's a lot of stuff, and if you just mention it without the evidence that's for it in game, it's just crackpot tinfoil. There I go, I love it. Thank you, Elevator. You know I love your content. So everybody, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. If you guys didn't know, Elevator Music is also a streamer, and he is the Cube guy, and he is, in my opinion at least, one of the legendary commanders that we have in our galaxy. What he is doing is mapping cubes of 100 by 100 light years in the galaxy, and let me try to find his stream. I'm not good at this. Elevator, can you please link your stream in the chat, please? I'm having troubles looking up your link. Right. But if anyone loves chill, relaxed styled exploration streams, this guy is a mandatory follow. Replicator was earlier in stream. I'm not sure if he's lurking right now, but most of us are old geezers here, and if you like to watch an old man be honest about things and giving his opinion while relaxing during a mining stream, you should give Replicator a follow. He's an OG elite player, right? Thank you very much, Elevator. He's the cube guy. Yes, he's the cube guy. So what he's actually doing, he's doing work for all of the community. He's not only mapping those systems, right? Those cubes of 100 by 100 light years. He is making sure that he shares all information that he thinks is valuable for the community or could be valuable in the future, like mining spots and interesting things. So a very valuable member of the community. So that's why I need to mention you so elaborately, in my opinion, Elevator. Yo, Falcon, what's up? What's up, G? Welcome to the Tinfoil Den. I'm happy to see you again. There should be a way how I can... I think I found a way. Yes. Okay. I've become a little bit more Twitch savvy. Let's not fall into the star. And I'm sorry, Elevator. I know you are dying right now for what I'm doing. Not looking in every system. But this is a Replicator. Please give him a follow. I'm not sure if Kazu is also still in our chat, but he was here. Also a good friend. So if you like alternative content, please give Kazu a follow. He lately has been streaming My Summer Car, which is a Finnish game, and it's super unique and awesome. Riley, audio message, what? At Sage? What do you mean, Riley? Ah. Yes, yes. Audio message at the center of the galaxy. So, I'm not sure what you're referring to, Riley. Could you be more specific? It could mean several things. And the guys, I guess you guys already realized that I'm really long on my explanations because I'm afraid perspective could be wrong. So please be specific before I explain the wrong thing. I'm not familiar with the audio message at the center of the galaxy. Are you talking about the landscape signal? Is that what you're referring to as the audio message from the center of the galaxy? Am I getting it right, Riley? Ah, okay, the landscape signal. It's a very specific thing. It could be connected to RAXXLA because of its location near to the core, and according to the evidence that I have found, or the evidence that there is, it suggests that it's RAXXLA related. There is a system that has been found exactly with those two mountains near the core. Not by me, but I think it was Commander the Bear who found it, or at least somebody in his squadron, with a lot of points of interest on it, but I haven't been able to check it out yet. And actually, I personally did not do anything with the landscape signal yet. So the only stuff that I can comment on is based on the work of other people, right? And it's difficult to say. It's very difficult to say. But I think it's an important clue, and it can't be overlooked, and it somehow has to tie in. What are your thoughts on it, Riley and Stevie? You are all very adamant on it, it seems. And maybe I should be focusing on that, but I'm more curious on your point of view and maybe circumstantial evidence or evidence. Maybe I should be focusing on that. Yes, it is possible a whole other arc not related to RAXXLA, but I must agree that so far it actually looks to be at least a part of the big RAXXLA mystery. Wonderful said, Stevie. I actually agree with you there 100%. It must be something harmonious like that. The way that the story has been designed, and at least this specific arc that we are following right now, it has all sorts of esoteric harmony going on. It's awesome. Sorry, I'm being such a bad explorer elevator. I sort of want to be somewhere, and because I'm so bad at multitasking, well, I'm not used to this, right? So I need to get some more experience, and then I should be able to multitask. That's why I'm being a bad explorer right now. But there are actually a lot of audio cues in game. I've shown this to Commander Orange Phoenix on stream, I think maybe 2 weeks back. Maybe I should make you guys aware of it too. Elevator. Exactly, we all serve our purposes, right? And we need each other. Like I've requested you yesterday to cube a specific area. I didn't give you that information yet because I didn't follow up on that lead because I thought there was a lot of significance to the S2 star, right? But not where it was pointing at. So I need to go back and triangulate that region properly before I can give you a specific region elevator. So that's why I haven't followed up on my request yet. You need a co-pilot to press the discovery screen. Yeah, yes. I have been forgetting that, huh? I didn't even realize. Thank you, Stevie. It has been a theme in my stream. Usually I have Reese AK, who's also a streamer, but he's actually streaming right now. he's streaming in full Mandalorian gear, who helps me organize my stream. So thank you, Stevie. Yes, tell us more. Before that, what are you referring to, Stevie? What do I need to tell you more of? Before the Dark Real novel, Robert Hallstatt published the Alien Worlds. It's called Marv, if I'm correct. Wrong book. It's yeah. Alien. Thank you, Falcon. Falcon is also an original OG explorer, actually a legendary explorer, and very knowledgeable commander. So if I make any mistakes, even discussion points during my stream, please feel free to step in, because the last thing I want is to spread untruths, right? And give people the wrong stuff to look into. Hello, Vajra. No problem, Commander. You take all the time you need. I keep myself. Press J to jump. Thank you. I know how to play this game, I swear. I know how to do that. But I'm having too much of a good time reading the chat. You know, RAXXLA is the stuff I like, and now I have a small group of people around me that also like to talk about it. You guys realize how awesome that is? That's not a normal routine for me during a day. My German translation is landscape, but my English is world. There is another book named that from the same era, so it's an easy mistake. Oh, that also. Okay. I didn't even notice that, Falcon Screech. We can see the value of his presence again. I have a friend request. Stevie, we're friends. All right. I've made another friend. We're the enabler. Yes. I'm heading to one of the sites of in the Formidine Rift storyline. It isn't directly related. Riley Thomas, let's accept it, it would seem, but I just went out to the conflict side and I noticed that the bodies that were populated were preferably Guardian, right? So we're on our way to the Hawking's Gap right now, to the sites near there, and what I expect to find that the settlements will also be placed on bodies that would be preferred by Guardians. Also raising more questions, but it is something that is notable. So I went there hunting for lore because I never used to scan anything in the game. But since I have been making these discoveries, I've reached to the conclusion that lore is very important to understanding the context. You can see why I have that text on my HUD, so I don't forget that I need context. Otherwise, I would just be making discoveries and not understanding what it all means. I'm sorry, but what are you doing to have to give up your day job and become a full-time RAXXLA hunter? That is actually what it looks like, TV, and I'm afraid a few of us have to do that at least if we want to solve this. How far to go? Yeah, maybe I should just jump, eh? And not even try to scan and look. 39 to go. Not that far. Let's make some progress. Let's leave this, the real work to Elevator. You're right, Elevator. Why pretend? Mapping systems. Do not jump while fuel scooping. Also, the ruse is so elaborate that when... Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys something about the sounds in the game. Yeah. Exactly, Stevie. So that's one thing that I'm convinced of. RAXXLA is not on some body that we can scan and will show up as RAXXLA. It will be mislabeled on purpose, or just because we officially don't understand and know that that is RAXXLA.
Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Wrong button. Let me see. So let me let you guys hear about the sound design. So angels and demons and stuff like that are a real theme. If you want to hear angels, just point towards here. Sorry, wrong region. You can actually hear them. Okay, that's the landscape signal. You can pick it up from all over the universe. But you can hear the angels. So if you pay attention, there are clues, not only visual, like I claim that I can see the totem faces everywhere, but there are also demons. Let me turn down the music, the sound for a bit when we move our... Usually what you have to do is look for a dark patch. It's not dark enough. Let's go into the darker parts. There are whole other things going on here. And there are actually regions in space emitting other sounds. So if you take the time, you will realize that the landscape signal is not unique. There are even parts in space that emit crying robot sounds. Stuff like that. Elevator music. Question, is it worth dropping into an astropause for its proper searches after if I may add my 2 cents, yes. Actually, it's kind of mandatory. It teaches us that there are stuff in asteroid belts that we never discover because nobody's interested in them. So we probably have missed at least a few stuffles hidden in asteroid belts. Maybe even RAXXLA. I'm sure Elevator would agree with me. Actually, I'm not sure if he maps asteroid belts extensively. If I'm correct, he will be streaming on later today, so I'll ask him in his stream. But that's a different signal than the landscape signal, as you can hear, but also a signal. Here, we have the robots. Let's turn our scanner off because it also makes a lot of noise. It's different, see? I agree totally, but thanks to the Hesperus, tinfoil people like us now have a platform to see, or at least claim that those asteroid fields are a point of interest. So the Hesperus has helped us a lot, actually. I must agree. Okay, let's turn down on the horror show. I don't have an explanation for this yet. I believe these are places that we need to visit and find stuff at. But I'm not there yet to follow up on it. I will. If there are other people in chat or will be looking at this VOD, I would encourage people to follow up on these audio signals. Let's turn the audio a bit down and continue our journey. Was that a bit? Was it a good answer to your question, Riley? Or was that making it more cluttered? I have met one commander that does that, and I hope that at least more commanders at least have started doing that. The one commander that is exploring by audio is not doing it the way I just suggested. He is using audio for his science, right? But not what I just suggested. Actually, I don't know. You could say emulated penguin. He explores by audio because he uses the Morse code in the Thargoid sensors, right? So in that way there are a few. But what I just suggested by following your ears, not that I know of. So if you feel this to be your Kalmar, please do. I am convinced that you will find new stuff, and maybe so out there that most of us won't understand or believe you, even like the stuff that I've been finding. Most people think it's weird, and like Elevator Music correctly pointed out, that when I started talking about this stuff I actually sort of got shunned because that's what cuckoo people talk about, right? And people started telling me that I got a case of the space madness, which was frustrating, but also enlightening, which made me understand how genius this puzzle is designed. And well, even we will be spreading this information all over the place. If I'm correct, you will see that even when you have a complete story there, but because it's so out of the world, the evidence, people will look at the evidence and understand what it's saying, but say that it can't be true. It's not there, you're imagining it. Oh. Fascinating, the elevator music. That's what is so. We need a summary. A summary of what, Stevie? Of everything so far? The problem, I guess, with that is we don't really know what is relevant and not. So if you really need a summary... okay. Like, you mean live on chat right now? Because I think I just did it 20 minutes ago? Or you mean I need to make a YouTube video with an updated summary, because a lot of it has changed in such a small time. I'm sorry for not picking up on your intentions, Stevie. That's a problem that I have. I've had all my life, actually. If we're talking about complicated things, I will catch up real fast. If we're talking about simple day-to-day things, audio triangulation mapping is maybe true. Well, audio triangulation mapping, well, that is exactly what emulated penguin is doing. So if that is what you meant, Marv, yes, there are actually a group of people doing exactly that. I got you wrong. I thought you meant what I was suggesting. No, there are actually more people that are agreeing with that way of exploration. So I would say if you think that that's the thing to follow up on, there is a group of people. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Oh my god. I promise you next time I'll be more observative of the game. Okay, so when we pay attention during super jumps, you can actually see a few of these totem patterns coming towards us. But the main theme that we have here are sort of ghost faces, skulls, and the thing that I see most is the snake, sort of a cobra face, which is the top of the totem. When the totem ends, when you have the machine on the bottom and on the top, the thing that encompasses all, even above the Elite logo that you can see on the wall, is a snake. Yes. Real life always comes up to me. I'm such a bad streamer, of a viewer of streams, because I'll mention something or I even greet some people, and then real stuff comes up, and then maybe some people greet me or maybe they ask a question, and then I'll never reply to them because real life came up and I never mentioned in chat that I was lurking or I had to go, right? So I totally understand. There's something I need to work at, actually. Yes, so that is actually... I love the new jump graphics, but it has changed so much that I need to learn to read it again. Because it's different. It's totally different. So I'm not sure now what it is. It's a new game, yeah. It's a new game with the old story and mechanics in it. I agree. So the faces that are now coming towards us, what you see in the new game, especially the snake and stuff, they will be at the edges of the tunnel and moving way slower. but you have to look past the edges of the tunnel, and then suddenly you'll see them, and they move slow enough for you to notice them. But most people just don't watch the jump screen or watch in the middle, right? But those faces are visible at the edges, but it's, in my opinion, more difficult to see the chronology of the faces. New instances, yes, I agree, Stevie. Totally agree. Okay, so let's try our best to arrive at Hawking's Gap as soon as possible, so we can see if those sites are also typical. I didn't even go there to verify that theory, I just noticed it. I decided that I needed more context, right? So I went lore hunting back to the old days. And with the new knowledge that I have and experience in the game, that's what I noticed straight away, that hey, that's where a guardian would build a ruin site. I hope that we are close. I think a new chapter has opened with these new discoveries. There is a new breeze in the community, a new fire, and so far as I can see it, new discoveries are being made in rapid succession. So the general consensus in the community has been for a few years that RAXXLA is not in game, and I see that changing right now, and that is a positive change. So more people are actually actively searching or using their wits on the search instead of assuming that's not in game, which actually kills the research when you assume that, because you'll see things but disregard them because RAXXLA is not in game. But I like to think that we are at least going to find the puzzle that we need to solve. So we are going to find or identify RAXXLA. Solving RAXXLA is a whole different book. Not a chapter, but I think it's a whole different book. But let's first concentrate on identifying it. But I believe the totem actually tells us what RAXXLA is, how to use it, and the totem, in my opinion, actually also tells us where it is. But I think I already explained that about an hour ago, right? So it's the message, the blueprint, and the key. Or actually the totem is the message, the blueprint is our reality, and the key is us. Am I making sense? Maybe I'm going too deep into the matter again. That is a habit of mine. Okay, thank you. And please, if I'm being too cryptic or not clear enough, don't be afraid to ask questions, because I do that. And anything that you guys might notice that my information is wrong, please call me out, because We need to have the correct facts, right? That's my line, elevator music. I'm the one that takes notes in your stream. How the hell can you take notes in my stream? That's not allowed. But I'm honored. Usually it's the other way around. Go deep. So I'm pretty sure if I really go deep, the stream, we would be left with 3 viewers, right? Because I can go really deep and tinfoil with all of what this is meaning. And religion is a big part of it. Please share. Please share. If I'm correct, we are going to see the whole totem. 2 parts of the representation of the totem and 1 part. The whole ship is also 1 phase. It's the screaming guardian phase. Let me see what your picture is. I'm very curious now. Yes, that's it. That's it. And that's 1 part, Omadon. There is more on it. And the meaning of it becomes apparent when you add all the faces together. But this is actually the cat face, the one that you can see in the picture that I made of the galaxy, actually the Milky Way. So I'm pretty sure right now it's difficult to see, and to really see it you need a high resolution picture that has been enhanced so it shows. Yeah, it's difficult to see, but let me try to share you that picture again. But that I'm happy that you showed that face, because you can see that exact face in the nebula, and this is where it gets tinfoil. I agree, but it is what it is, and I need to share everything with you guys, right? Let me see. I have a picture here. Sorry guys that I'm so slow. I have a picture here somewhere of a random picture of the galaxy, the Milky Way. It's in my Discord. But I have so many stuff and random pictures there. There it is. Should be able to share that with you guys when I press this button. Yes. If I'm correct, you guys should be able to see this. But if you zoom in on the picture, it's easier to see. The totem is also being depicted in the middle of space. Here you see, this is the same face that you saw. Let me go back to the stream. Let me see. Does it show actually? Is it? I think it's. Sorry guys, I see it's not showing correctly. I'm sorry. So even if you look closer, you see even more detail in it. This is what people see sometimes, and then they're being called out for space madness. This is by design. Here is the proof. And this is also the reason why you can see it on planets and stuff, and how you can tell to people that they're having space madness because of this weird stuff. The RAXXLans, we are proud reptiles, and they named their ships after their feared relatives. Yes, this was to remind human beings to respect them while using them. Exactly. Exactly. And just to be clear, that's why my ship has this face on it. And actually all ships. Ever thought why it was so weird, the ship designs? And maybe so undesirable? All the ships have this. They all represent one part of the totem. This is the mantis face. Yeah, I call it the mantis face. It's also one part of the totem. A reptilian. It's a snake, right? If you look at it from a certain angle, it's clearly a snake. But it's a reptile. All of our ships. And that's why the cobra is on top of that totem. It's even above the elite logo, the Archangel elite logo. If you study the mural that you can find in game, what I pointed out first, maybe I should share that information, but there is a lot of information in the layers there. I do. But I probably should share it because now people are getting parts of the story and not really understanding the context, which is actually the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve. Right? It's not just, hey, there is a totem, what the hell? There is a story behind it, right? Yes, that's a problem, Steve. I agree with you, Stevie. Also, I need to make, yeah, I need to find a way how to make more time for this RAXXLA stuff then. Because of circumstances, I recently became a farmer, and yeah, well, it will take time. Let's put it. It will take time. But I will make a presentation because we've been finding so many stuff in such a short time, and to properly bring this to the public, I agree with you. Thank you for that tip. A sort of a presentation is needed. So I farm tapioca, and I'm not even a real farmer, right? I have one client who sells chips at the local market, and he usually buys a weekly amount of tapioca. So more of a hobbyist farmer due to circumstances. I do have a picture of the totem. I actually, yeah, let me show this to you. This is actually really important. So it's not the full totem. Again, I'm sorry. It's a part of it. I will make a picture of the full totem, and I think I also will have to use some of my art skills to make it more visible, because now we'll need some imagination, I guess. Or squinting of the eyes, right? It's needed. Let me share it on stream. This is a picture of the full totem. It's on the same. This can also be found on the back of your ships, but it's in another layer. Yes, that's a very good point. I think OP is already aware of this since maybe I think a month. He's he's not the first person I went to, but he's one of the first people that I informed of my discoveries, right? Especially because I know he has a lot of knowledge of the game. But this is the totem actually. So you can see these two devices in it, and they're doing something. And the face is in the totem, so it has multiple layers to it. The same picture has different layers. Like here, it's very easy to see the Elite logo. You can see the 3 stages of the Elite logo. Let me see, is this showing on stream? Yeah, it is. So you need to step back a little bit to see the 3 stages of the Elite logo. Oh, that is not... Sorry guys. I understand. I need to do this. Sorry guys. It's back. Okay, I understand now. I need to do this so it works.
Frameshift drive charging.
Hold on guys, hold on. No, it's not new. It's the same mural. This is also on the back of your ships, but if you take a different perspective, this is what you see. I think the picture is not showing correctly anymore. Sorry guys. It should be good now. And I'm not sure. Yeah. So you can see the different Elite logos in it. You can see the totem, the different faces in the totem. It's insane. You can see different races. What is even more interesting, you can see another version of the demon. The thing that I saw in my HUD but don't have evidence of. But I had sort of a thing showing in my HUD, and that explains how this all works, this light and shadows. So it wasn't all me, I had a hint from the game. Let me show you guys this. I think this is one of the more known pictures that we have. I'm correct, you guys should be able to see this. Ooh, that's not... entirely what I'm... How does this work? Sorry guys, this one. Uh-oh. Okay, there it is. One moment, please. Got sort of a transparency thing going on too. But this is all in the same image. Yeah. Also because Falcon, you are right. Also because there are different things that are being depicted in the same picture, right? Like the man behind the wall, you can see him here, but also this demon bat elite thing, but also a message on his chest with a dark wheel and a pyramid on it and stuff like that. So I actually can make a whole 20 slide presentation just for this picture. Yeah, it's in the Discord. There are a lot of versions of this same picture in the Discord. Oops. The same picture shows a lot of different things. And there has to be some explanation and meaning to it. I do think I'm understanding it, but we need hard evidence, right? And there's way more. That's just one part of it. We can do a whole stream, but just so should we do our next stream just studying the message? Is that something that you guys want? But the problem with that is I'm pretty sure I don't have the proper context to properly explain that yet. So that's why I'm lore hunting right now. I'm trying to see all the oddities that I can find, and hopefully that will help sculpt my theory. And which one should I show you, Stevie? I'm sorry that I was late. Let me see, I probably missed chats. Okay, no, I didn't. That's and you are totally correct, Commander Falcon Screech. I will. Because only on that picture that I showed you when you commented on that, you could see multiple things on it. And probably you realized that too. At this point, yes. At this point, I am a RAXXLA hunter, so I'm looking for RAXXLA. But I think the clues are the oddities. So when you understand how this game works, you'll start to notice that certain things don't make sense. And those things, there is a story behind that we need to piece together. Like when a name is misspelled, it probably means attention, you have to look at that system. That's what I make of it anyways. But you could say that, yeah, I'm looking for elite oddities. And most oddities that I found, I dare to say that those are by design and not bugs. But people like to call them bugs because that's the easy explanation. I have to be honest, if those are bugs, it's a lot of work and a lot of elaborate work to make such a bug. That's how it seems to me. So if you want to have an awesome puzzle, you hide the pieces in plain sight so that everybody, or mostly everybody, will overlook them and not even think twice of that being a possibility. That's how you make an elaborate ruse. Still making sense, guys? So that's an interesting jump. Um, we are reasonably close to our destination, but it's very late here, and I see that Commander Emulated Penguin has started streaming, who is an awesome streamer, a fellow scientist, a real scientist, you may say. I'm pretty sure he isn't about RAXXLA stuff, but he loves his tinfoil. Although he does his best to stay away from it, right? Because of the consequences of it. So what do you guys say if we raided Emulated Penguin? Is that a good idea? Elevator, weren't you supposed to stream today? I was actually waiting for you to start, to be honest. So I could raid you. Is that a good idea? Let's do it then. Let's raid Emulated Penguin. Need to find the raid button. I've done this before. Successfully. I'm just a bit... I don't know. We had a good stream today, so I'm happy. Let's raid Emulated Penguin. So everybody have your RAXXLA symbols and tinfoil hats prepared to raid the Emulated Penguin. You have channel points, so please redeem them now. We are going to raid him. Everybody, thank you very much.